Hi, I'm Menka and I wanted to talk today about the question, what is a house? As an architect, it's something I've thought a lot about, not only from a structure, but even more so, what does that mean for our health and well-being as humans? What basic right does it provide? One of the first places I start is, what is a house? A house can take a lot of different forms. If you think about a cube, that cube can exist as an apartment, that cube can exist as a townhome, and it can also exist as a single family home. And these are just a few. I asked a few people what they thought of when they heard the word house. It was interesting to me as an architect that the most important factors that came up when one hears the word house has nothing to do with the architecture itself. The most important aspect of a house is the ability to have one in the first place, specifically the shelter, the security, protection, and stability that a house provides. Boys, you've given some thought to what a house means to you, and it looks like you've drawn some elaborate illustrations. Can you tell us what you think a house is?
Yes. In my opinion, I think a house is a place where you spend time with family members and people who you love and like.
What about you?
So some of the things I thought about was a place you could just come home and take a nap and go to bed. Another place I thought about is you could just go home and play something. It's a place you can play, and it's also a place that protects you from things, like the temperature outside.
I think a lot about the impact on people who have no house. One of the reasons there are so many unhoused people is that we haven't built enough housing. Housing is therefore expensive, and more people every day can no longer afford a house. And one of the main reasons we don't build enough housing is basic human fear. We get caught up in our emotions and feelings about more congestion, more people, different building types, and this leads us to not approve new housing. We lose sight of how we support others when we say yes to more housing. When we recognize that yes, I want to support my neighbors by giving them more access to shelter, the stability, warmth, and protection that comes along with it. We're not only increasing the well-being of other people, we're increasing the well-being of ourselves. And I'm convinced that each of us has the kindness in us to make this happen. So my question for you is, what does a house mean to you? Take the time to sit down with your children, with your neighbors, and discuss the question. How can you increase compassion in others so they say yes to more housing?